My customer said that they didn't remember our name when they wanted to order more DTF transfers. Today, I'm going to be trying to fix that by printing our own custom cardboard boxes using our screen printing press and some water-based ink. Is this even going to work? Let's find out together. Alright, so this is what we're going to be working with. These are our standard shipping boxes. They are 24 by 4 by 4. And for these, my plan is to print both sides of them. So we're going to print this side and this side with two separate designs. So I have the screen burned here. This half right here is going to be one side of the boxes. I'm going to be doing that one first. And on this half, it's going to be the other side of the boxes. I currently have that one taped off so that no ink is actually going to get through this mesh. And when we actually print it, we'll be only printing that half of the design. So this is the only side that's actually going to have any ink running through it. And like I said at the beginning, we're going to be using water-based ink since this is going on cardboard. We're going to be using this pitch black from Ryonet, water-based ink like I said, and this stuff works pretty well. We have done it before. Typically here in our shop we work with plastisol inks when we do screen print, but water-based, there's one key difference, and that's that the ink will actually dry in the screen. So the nice thing about plastisol is, like I'm sure as you guys can see, the ink on those squeegees, that is still wet, and unless you apply 300 degrees of heating to it, that ink will just stay wet. It will not cure. But water-based ink is kind of, as the name implies, made with water. So therefore, when the water evaporates, the ink is completely dry. So in a way, we don't even really need to cure our transfers. If we just let them air dry over a certain period of time, they would technically be cured. But we're gonna throw them in the dryer to make things go by a little bit faster, ensure the strongest durability really. And I think it'll ultimately just be the right call to do that. So I'm kind of, working with water-based ink always gets me a little bit anxious because it can dry in the screen. And if the ink dries in the screen, that'll cause some of the area in the design to like close up and not print on the actual t-shirt, and in this case, the box, that kind of a thing. So it's really just something where I can't screw around. I really got to make sure that I have everything prepped and ready to go before I ink up and get started, which is not easy because on these boxes, I really didn't leave myself much room for error. I have the print going basically the full length of the actual side of the box. So we're gonna have to figure this out together. I'm going to get all of the boxes ready to go so that everything is just ready, and after I do get the box like lined up on the pallet according to the screen, we can just boom, get going and knock as many out as we can. Let's give this a try, man. All right guys, I'm starting the next 25 bundle, but these are going pretty well, I gotta say. Haven't had any problems with the ink drying in the screen. And I mean, check this out guys. Look at this. Bro. Like, how fire does that look? This is so risky. I hope I don't screw up the wet ink. Alright, look at that, guys. Like, sheesh! Fire or fire? Pretty fire, I gotta say. And then I'm just throwing them in the dryer. I have the dryer set to 60%. Which is a little higher than we normally do. I just did that because the boxes were kind of curling up as they were coming out. So typically when that's happened in the past, we've had to just increase the speed or lower the heat. And increasing the speed took care of that problem. And I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world because it will like go back to normal after a little bit. But I'm glad that things are looking really good with these, honestly. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how many we should print because we have like 250 in stock, but we have like Plus customers, as you guys know, and those are completely white label. So like there's none of our branding that goes in the customer orders or on the packages or really anything like that. So we can't use these boxes for Plus customers who get their orders shipped directly to their customers, because sometimes there are there's an order for like our Plus clients and like one of their customers placed an order or whatever, but they do pickup, so we ship it directly to the client's store, and then the customer goes and picks it up from the client's store. So for those cases, we would still probably err on the side of just using a non-branded box, but for every other case where it is a actual Platinum Plus customer, we wouldn't want to use anything with our branding on it. So I just want to make sure that I'm keeping enough boxes for that handy so that I'm not having only AMS branded boxes and we don't have any blank ones. So judging kind of based off of the order volume that we see normally, a lot of the orders do get shipped to the client's store for pickup, but there are a good handful of orders that do get shipped directly to the customer on behalf of the client. So for those orders, I'm thinking maybe we keep like 50 boxes on hand, and then as needed, of course, we can always just buy more of the blank boxes if it really comes down to that, because I'm really pretty sure that I'm not going to want to print more of these like as on an as needed basis. I probably should set myself up for success and print as many of them as I can today so that we can just keep them on hand, and then when we run out of these 200 or whatever I decide to print, we'll print another 200, that type of thing. I don't want to get us into a situation where I'm only printing like 50 at a time, because I can already see how that's going to go. I'm going to run out of boxes one day, Michaela's going to tell me, and I'm going to have like 4 other things on my plate, and it's just not going to happen. So hopefully this way I can set us up for success and we can continue doing this, but we'll see. Because like I've said, we have done this before in the past, but when times get busy, this always falls to the wayside and it's like a low priority. That's primarily why Stephen Farrig from Campus Inc. was talking about in the Printavo podcast, how he just orders in his boxes because they used to print them, but he was in a similar situation to what I just described. They would run out of boxes, they would need more, but they'd be super slammed, so they would just send normal blank boxes, ditching the branded ones. So, and I mean, they're a lot busier than we are, and they have actual employees that they would have to pay to print boxes versus us, who I'm just kind of taking time that I otherwise would be slow and using that to brand our boxes. All right, guys, time is 5:30. It took me like an hour and a half, but I got 200 boxes done. So I do have to do the other side, but I think I'm going to save that for tomorrow. I got some stuff that I got to get working on and I can't put it off, so I got to put this to the side for right now. I guess we'll just use some of the boxes for our orders that have to go out today. Just send them as like one side. I don't think it really matters. In fact, I might kind of tempted to just leave them as one side, but I think the artwork, let me see, I'll use the transparency, that'll be easier. I think the artwork that I got for this side is pretty good, and that's kind of why I really want to do it. So I got this messaging here, kind of advertising AMS Transfers Plus, and then our little slogan. I think it would look pretty good, so I am going to do it, just not doing it today. Man, this order sucks. It's been going for 4.5 hours, and if you just heard that noise, that was the freaking film running out. Oh my god, bro. Just what I need. And it just so happens that Michaela went to UPS and USPS. So I'm the only one here that can change it. Alright guys, time right now is 7:01. Michaela is heat pressing a t-shirt for herself. We are about done. We got DTF printer number 1 finished up. Number 2 is at 88%, and number 3 is at 45%, just a little bit longer on these two, and we'll be good to get them cut, package up the rest of the orders, and head on out to FedEx for today. It's been a solid day. I know I haven't gotten like any clips for the vlog. I apologize for that. That is completely on me. It's just been like when I have those boxes printing, I can't really like talk to you guys because I have to worry about the water-based ink in the screen drying. And I really wish I could have gotten some more clips on that, but Michaela was busy working on the DTF printers. I was busy working on that, so there was kind of really no one who was free to help me record that. In any case though, we're looking good on the DTF prints. Just a little bit longer and then we'll have all of the orders finished, because it was a pretty big day on orders. We had our Platinum Plus customers place orders We had their customers place orders for themselves as well, and then we also had our own AMS transfers orders on top of that. So it was a busy day on DTF printers, that's for sure. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, hit the subscribe button, hit the dislike button if you did not enjoy it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Check this out.